All right, amazing. And so again, a lot of us, when you think of network marketing, you think of selling, right? You think of selling, right? But at the end of the day, when we get into the business, we tell people, yo, you're not selling anything, you're sharing, right? When somebody, people think this may say, you got to be consistently talking to people. Big Anthony might say, oh, well, no, you're just making connections. We do that all the time. Think about it. Everywhere you go, life is connections. This is connected to this. This is connected to that, right? That's just a perspective. That's that changes the perspective of somebody that's new. And so, again, when you're talking about your business, when you're talking about your opportunity, what kind of perspective can you share with the new member that'll allow it for them to make sense, or allow it for them to click and not look at it in a way that isn't going to support what they're getting into, right? And so that's the way of having perspective towards your opportunity. For example, somebody might be looking at trading like, oh, well, it's gambling. They can say that, right? That's a perspective somebody can have. Well, you're risking your money, you're gambling. Well, and then your perspective is like, no, well, it's a skill set, right? I'm not necessarily gambling, right? I'm taking into the consideration the information that the market is telling me, and based off of these patterns, I have a probability of being able to win this trade, or being able to yield money off of this trade. It's the perspective. And that person will take that perspective, like, oh yeah, no, that does make sense. But honestly, they could still say, nah, bro, it's gambling, right? And so again, you're shifting people's perspective. Okay, what's some keys that you'll utilize in your journey when you're bringing somebody through this network marketing journey? Is find the gratitude and not the attitude. Man, dang, man, I got to do this today. No, you're blessed that you get to do this today. You find the gratitude. No, you're blessed that you get to do this today. You can have a completely different opportunity where you have to shovel X, Y, and Z for this amount of time. But no, you got the opportunity where you can share this with your friends and family and be able to make income on your time, right? Right. And so again, it's how you want to be able to shift somebody's perspective. Maybe the current situation that person is in isn't too hot for them in that moment. You want to help them think in the future presently. Man, yeah, I know it's funny, right, that you're on the bus right now, but it's crazy because in a year or so, you're going to be in a foreign. You're going to be in a foreign in a year or so. It's funny that you're on the bus, that you're missing the buses right now, right? It's funny that you're mad about a $50 trade that you lost, but think about it. When you're making $10,000 a month, is $50 going to mean anything to you? See how I'm helping somebody think presently in the future? Excuse me, think in the future in the present. These are, again, qualities of a leader that each and every one of you guys can do this, right? Like, some of you all appreciate me and Jacob because this is the way me and Jacob talk to you. When you call me and Jacob, right, we help you find the gratitude and not the attitude. We help you think in the future presently. Man, don't worry about it, brother. It's just a season. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's going to pass. We're helping you think in the future, and that keeps you encouraged. And that's the reason why a lot of you are still here. That's the reason why a lot of you are taking it to the next level. And another part of perspective is being able to learn wisdom, quotes, and stories to be able to share with people. Y'all, I mean, I'm sure some of y'all like story time with Keith. When I come out with stories and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, dang, man, it makes sense. Or if I hit you with a quote, if I hit you with a bar, if I hit you with a gem, at the end of the day, it changes your paradigm. It shifts your paradigm, shifts your way of thinking, shifts your attention from thinking from this position or thinking from this emotion to a totally different emotion. It's the perspective. It's the perspective change. So I need everybody to drop perspective in the chat, right? That's one of the first qualities of a leader, right? Is being able to have good perspective, because perspective is a choice, right? Drop the perspectives in the chat, because perspective is a choice, right? You can choose to have a blank perspective. You can choose to have a sad perspective, or you can find a way to be able to have a grateful and happy and grateful perspective, right? It's all a choice. Sometimes it's easier than others. As a leader, when you're coming into contact with other people, you want to be able to do your best to help them choose the one in the middle, not the one on the left, not the one on the right. Agree or agree? And so the second perspective, so another example of this, again, how you look at anything is everything. Somebody look at this and say, oh, it's a weed. And another person may look at this and say, oh, it's a wish. That's the power of perspective. That's the power of perspective. As a leader, if you can develop, if you can utilize this in your business, you're going to start to see your relationships in your business go to the next level. Some of you already have business. Again, it's just outlining it. What's the second part? You got to have a plan. All right. As a leader, you got to have a plan. And well, what do we see? We see a plan in motion with the Evo movement, with the IM Academy. You already have a plan, right? 1,000 chairmen, right? When you think about this business, 1,000 chairmen. Boom, you expose people to the platform. The platform is going to give you a system that teaches people how to learn, how to earn, and it provides them with the opportunity to be able to share this opportunity just as well, right? You have a plan in place. We have a schedule, right? You don't have to come up with the product. You don't have to come up with the product. You don't have to come up with the schedule. You don't have to come up with the tools to make this thing simpler. These things have already been put in place for you. You already have an amazing plan. You have a schedule that you can help people get involved with. You have technology within the platform that you can help people learn how to help them learn how to use that technology so they can start seeing profits and results. You just got to get familiar with the plan. But just think about it. Let's say we're talking about football and there is the quarterback who comes into the huddle and everybody is around the quarterback and they're waiting on the quarterback to give the plan, the play. And he doesn't know the plan or the play, or he's fumbling with it. He kind of says it, but doesn't really know it. Or once they get into the snap, he can't really execute it because he doesn't really know the plan. As a leader, you already have a plan in place. You want to get familiar with the plan. The more familiar you get with the plan, the better you're going to be able to execute it with your team. So that's that second part of being a leader. The third part, right? The third quality, right, that you can have is that encouragement. Don't allow the people around you to speak negatively. Again, this is something that you already see embedded in the culture. You already see this embedded in the culture. A lot of us are already doing this. What? You said the T word, you got this amount of push-ups. Come on, sis, don't talk about yourself like that. What do you mean? You're amazing, right? We don't allow people to speak negatively about each other, right? And it started with me. Like I started doing that with Jacob. Jacob was the first person I started doing that with. Then he starts doing it. Then we start doing it. And now we're collectively all doing it subconsciously or unconsciously. And so I'm showing you like this is what has been done, has been implemented into the culture. As a leader, where you're going from now, you're going to be creating this for yourself in your own organization with your own relationships in your organization. And so this is what we've been doing. You highlight somebody's progress. You don't notice that I'm doing these things when I'm talking to y'all, when Jacob is talking to y'all, when Ricky is talking to y'all, right? But we're highlighting your process. Oh man, it's crazy, man. I always get caught up on being able to set the right time for my trade. It's like, well, sis, do you know that like a week ago you didn't even know what pocket option was? Man, dang, I always get caught up on being able to take profit at the right time. Man, do you know that you didn't even know what the foreign exchange markets was a couple of weeks ago? Yo, this is letting you know you're on to the next step. You're on that next level of where you're going. And you're working on something completely different. I need you to understand your progress first, celebrate your progress first, and then continue to move forward. And then use positive affirmations, words of affirmations and adjectives, just as well as nicknames. We got a lot of people with nicknames in here. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, that's again, the culture. It's what you see. It's the culture that you've seen within the Evo movement. You want to, again, as you're building your business, you want to start implementing this stuff in your business so that the people around you are getting the same feeling that you got when you came in and you got your first nickname and you had somebody calling you this and calling you that and how it made you feel. You want to be able to reciprocate that to the next person. Now, again, another part of being a leader. So this is just a quote again, and I like the intensity of how Oprah makes people feel. When Oprah speaks to you, like, dang, Oprah speaking to me, or, oh, Oprah thinks this way of me. Well, that's how people feel when you give them compliments or when you use positive words of affirmation. When you give them nicknames, they feel like, man, dang, this person is embracing me. I want to be able to take things to the next level. Again, so I'm just teaching you these things that, again, you've seen us doing so you can start doing it for yourself. And lastly, as influencers, leaders are influencers, right? And so if we run through it, right? Boom, they have positive perspective. They're very encouraging, right? They're super they have positive perspective. They have a plan. They're encouraging. And then lastly, Boom, they're influencing. How can you be influencing? Paint a vision. Understand how to paint a vision, right? All right. Painting a vision is very, very key. And so prior to painting a vision, I should have put this one first. You want to find and create desire. You can find out the desires of that person by asking questions. What would you do if you didn't have to pay any bills? Yo, what is something you want to achieve in your life? What's a big goal that you have for your life, right? And you paint a vision. You put them in that future in the present. You put them in that future place in the present. And then lastly, you use testimonials, right? You're using testimonials. All the people that, again, that are coming into your business, there's somebody with a story that relates to them. There's somebody with a story that relates to them. And at the end of the day, if you can understand and learn these testimonials, you can use that to influence and inspire the people around you to take it to the next level, right? And so again, these are the qualities of a leader, characteristics of a leader. Here's what I want y'all to understand. All of y'all already do that. Like, I didn't mention anything that wasn't something. Did y'all see something on that list that y'all couldn't do? Drop a one in the chat if you're able to have positive perspective, have a plan, be encouraging, and be influencing. Drop a one in the chat if you could do those 4 things. There's 12 people here. I should see 12 ones. I didn't mention anything crazy. I didn't talk about presenting. I didn't talk about coming up with the system. I didn't talk about coming up with the schedule. I didn't say you had to come up with videos to teach people how to. I didn't say any of that. I didn't say any of that. I said things that most of you already do. But here's the thing. We think the leadership is about a title. Oh, Jacob is the platinum 1000, about to be platinum 2000. Oh, Niquis has this rank. Oh, Ricky has this rank. Oh, Ernesto has this rank, right? It's not about the position. It's about the impact, the influence, and the inspiration that you can create on one another. Fam, I was creating these things without a rank. All those things that I mentioned, I started doing before I had a rank. It was me, Jacob, Ricky. That's it. I didn't have a rank. I don't need a rank to start having a positive perspective. I don't need a rank to have a plan or get familiar with my plan. I don't need a rank to be encouraging with the people that surround me. And I don't need a rank to be influencing, regardless of what I have. Regardless of what I have, I can be influencing on the next person. Right or right? And so here's the thing. Leadership is the highest paying skill in the entire world. All right. I couldn't find a quote on that, but that is a quote that we say a lot of times within this company. Leadership is the highest paying skill in the entire world. Now, here's what's going to help you take that next leap. You want to be able to take leadership of yourself, regardless of what your leader is doing. Regardless of what any leader that I've had has done, I was going to do what I was supposed to do. Regardless. If I saw my leader doing something that I was like, that's not what you're supposed to be doing, am I going to do that too? Am I going to criticize that person and tell him, like, this is what? If I need to mention it, I will, but my focus is going to go on doing what I'm supposed to do. Because that is the first person that you're going to lead is yourself. And so a lot of times we look for our leaders to be the perfect know-all, be-all example of, and if they're not, then that affects your productivity or what you're going to do. Family, the people that are on this call right now, the 12 people that are on this call right now, do not let what you see another person doing affect what you're going to do. Because if you do, you're, again, playing with your opportunity. I can have a leader that does X, Y, Z or doesn't do X, Y, and Z. And if I decide that I'm not going to do it too, that's going to harm me more than it's going to harm anybody. Why? Because that person may already be in a different type of position. And I'm not doing this for them. I'm doing this for me, my why, and where I want to go. That's the same thing with each and every one of you. You all have people that are in place as leaders that are simplifying this thing, helping add value, making, putting you in position to where you can be able to have success, but we're not perfect. We're not perfect, right? We're going to continue to come out and innovate ways that improve the system, improve the schedule, improve the products that we're using, improve the presentation. We're going to start presenting different, figuring out how we can get different chairmen and different stuff. We're going to continue to take things to the next level, but you don't want your progress to be stagnant, or you don't want your progress to be dependent on what you're seeing or not seeing from another person, because leadership again starts with you, fam. And so that's my message for the day. The next person that I want to bring up is going to introduce something. Again, he's going to talk about something that you all have been seeing him do day in, day out, day in, day out. And it literally is the gas for this movement. It literally is the gas for your business. When you talk about taking your business to the next level, what this guy is going to talk about is going to be that gas to where you're going to go and how fast you're going to get there. Right? How fast you're going to get there is going to be dependent off of what this guy is going to talk about next. I've seen this guy literally go from just only being able to invite to being a master of all the skills in network marketing. Like this guy, when he first got started, he could only invite. I'm like, bro, just focus on invite, bro. I'll do everything else, man. Just put people in front of me, man. And I got the rest. Now this guy doesn't even need me. He knows how to do all of the different skills, right? And so the skill that he's going to talk about today is going to take this thing to the next level for you all. So with that being said, my guy, Big Jacob Russell, let me unmute you. I'm making you host too, so.
Slide. Yo, can everybody hear me good? Can everybody hear me good? Hey, Steve-O in the park with it. Steve-O, you look like you're enjoying your morning, bro. I love it. Cool. I'm coming in smooth. Amazing. Keith, appreciate that introduction, bro. The first half of this call was fire. I want you all to pay attention to something real quick. Let's look real quick. Everybody look at your phone, look down at your phone unless you're driving, and look at the participants on this call. Those are the names that you're going to continuously see over the next 6 months. Okay? There's only 12 people on a network marketing call, but there's 25, 30 on a trading call. There's only 12 people on a network marketing call, but there's 35 on a mindset call. I want you all to understand that when it comes to the business side, you're never done learning. You are never done learning. With trading, you can come up with a strategy and have that strategy, and that strategy works with you for the rest of your life. But with the business side, you're always continuously improving, as Niquis was saying, right? We're making our presentations better. We're making our trainings better. We're making our duplication better, right? And so I want you all to understand that for hopping on this call, you're going to learn skill sets that we went through the trial and errors to get the answers for, okay? And so what I want to go over today is I want to go over showing the plan, okay? I want to go over showing the plan. You see, you got to actually be out here. You got to be out here actually doing some work, okay? You got to be showing the plan. And you're going to have people tell you when you start working that you're working too hard, okay? You're going to have family tell you that you're working too hard. You're going to have significant others tell you that you work too much. I can leave this Zoom call and go to another Zoom call. I can leave this Zoom call, go to another three-way call, right? People want to put their work ethic onto you, okay? See, what you want to do is you want to spend more time on your actions and less times on your captions. So you got to actually be out here doing the work. Spend more time on your actions and less time on your captions, okay? Some people have 4 to 5 posts planned for the week, but you don't got 4 to 5 presentations planned for the week. Spend more time on your actions and less time on your captions. Just because you show the plan 1 time a week, I show it 4 or 5 times a day sometimes, you feel like it's too much. I still got more work to do. You got all the resources, all the skills in the world, and once you got them, you stop. I still got more work to do. I'm not saying that posting is bad. I'm just saying that in addition to posting, you need to be showing the plan. Spend more time on your actions, right? And less times on your captions. If you're chairman flyer with your face on it and your name dropped tomorrow, would anybody be surprised? Like, oh, like me? Like, chairman? I ain't even done nothing yet. I ain't even showed the plan yet. Like, I don't even know how to present yet. prospect? Me, chairman? If your chairman flyer dropped tomorrow, would you be surprised? Would anybody be surprised? You see, here's the thing is when you're going chairman, people are going to know you before you hit chairman. Your face is going to be out there before you hit chairman, before you go chairman, because people are going to see you what? They're going to see you what? Putting in the work, right? I still got more work to do. I don't know if anybody plays sports, but we see this in sports and we cringe, right? Imagine this. Somebody goes through middle school practicing, gets really good, high school, gets really good, right? College, graduates college, gets to the big leagues, and then stops. That's some of us with the business. You go through middle school, you go through the high school, you go through the college, you get to the big leagues and you stop. You learn how to trade. You start making consistent money. You start making dollars here and dollars there. You know the skill sets, you know how to invite, you know how to prospect, you know where to go and what to do. But as soon as you get to the big leagues, you stop. Spend more time on your actions and less time on your captions, family, right? We still got work to do. And so you want to make a commitment to showing this plan. You want to make a commitment to showing the plan. A lot of people don't like this word commitment, right? A lot of people they squeeze ways around the word commitment, right? I'll knock out push-ups after, but a lot of people say what? I'm gonna try to do it. I'm a try and commit. Yeah. No, I'm definitely trying to commit, bro. Like this is something, yeah, I'm totally trying to do. It's like at the end of the day, we don't like the word commitment, right? Because when you use that word, it creates like a bond between you and the thing that you want to do. But when you use the word try, it makes an escape route for that when it gets too hard, you can quit. So a lot of us, right, don't like to say, I'm committed to doing one presentation a day. I'm committed to doing 2 presentations a day. Some of us just like to say, I'm gonna try to do 1 presentation a day, because when it gets too hard, I remember me, I only said I was gonna try, right? Like I said I was gonna try to commit, but it got too hard, so I stopped trying. Write this down. All right, write this down. A lot of people, right? Like, let me tell you what commitment is not. Commitment is not a feeling. I got you. I got to get my workout in anyways. Commitment is not a feeling. Some people say they didn't feel like doing this or taking these notes or doing this presentation or talking to I didn't feel like it. Ain't nobody ask you how you feel. It's a commitment. Write this down. Principles over feelings. Okay? Principles over feelings. I need you all on this call to find principles that you follow over what you feel. So that when you don't feel like doing it, the principles kick in. A lot of us are just blindly around here, walking around blind with no principles. Talk about I didn't feel like talking to a person. I didn't feel like doing that. I didn't feel like prospect. I didn't feel like getting up early. I just didn't feel like it. Oh, I didn't feel like getting on the network marketing call. Well, it's a commitment. Ain't nobody ask you how'd you feel. You got to put in the work. Spend more time on your actions and less time on your captions. Okay? And so, again, you want to come up with principles that will keep you going over what you feel. Make a commitment. Every single person on this call, write it down. I want every single person on this call, if you are here, it is because you are building the business. Every single person on this call, write this down. I will, starting today, show the plan once a day. I will, starting today, show the plan once a day. That's one person per day on every 6 p.m. Zoom call. You see, here's what people do is I get a lot of people that write, there you go, Moo. Drop it in the chat. Make sure y'all are writing this down. Who wants to rank up? If you don't want to rank up, don't drop it in the chat. If you want to rank up, drop in the chat. I will, starting today, host 1 presentation per day. Make a commitment. I'm not going to try to host 1 presentation per day. I am going to host 1 presentation per day starting today. You see, here's what people, okay, yeah, fire. Here's what people do is people go on these 30-day runs and these 90-day blitz and they think that's enough. See, people go on a 90-day blitz for 2 days. I got 10 home meetings, 5 conference calls, 3 one-on-ones for 2 days. That's like saying a farmer wants to grow all these great crops, and we're going to fill out the land, and we're going to pack out the whole land with all these crops. And he tilts the land, plants the seeds, throws some water around for 2 days, and then leaves it. What kind of crops do you think he's going to have? See, some of y'all aren't developing your business the same way you would develop anything else in life. Some of y'all are not developing your business the same way you would develop anything else in life. It needs and has to be every single day. See, we talk about what? We talk about compound interest, right? We talk about compound interest in investing. Well, in business, it's called consistency. See, in investing, it's called compound interest. But in business, it's called consistency. Are you going to do what you're supposed to do every single day, no matter what you feel, because you have principles over your feelings? Because what you want matters more to you than what you feel. That's a question. Are you going to do what you said you were going to do every single day because what you want matters more to you than what you feel? That's a question. And so you want to make the commitment, not the try to commit. I am committed. Got my dog going crazy. I am committed to doing what? 1 presentation per day. I will show the plan to 1 person every single day. And so here's the importance of it, fam, is when you compound this over a period of time, that's seven people in a week. That's 30 people in a month. You show it to 30 people in a month, and you actually show it to 30 people in a month, and you make sure you get on the call, you send them the Zoom link at the right time, you 3-way call them afterwards. Then what? You're going to start to see results from doing the work. But it has to be a commitment, because a lot of times we what? Well, I couldn't find somebody today. Well, you know, my mom said I've been working too hard. Spend more time on your actions and less time on your captions, family. And so that's what I'm going to wrap up with today. I don't need to keep going in depth. I think you guys get the point. Every single person on this call made the commitment that we're going to, well, let's see. I don't know if everybody did. Steve-O did. Ant did. Adam did. Don't cap in my chat. Don't cap in my chat, man. Spend more time on your actions, less time on your captions. I'm on y'all head. I got a Mouton, I got a Ryan, I got a Monique, I got a Steve-O, I got a Xander. I got an Adam. I got an Anthony. I'm committed, and I got an Edward. For the rest of you can do what you will. But for the ones who typed in my chat, you don't cap in my chat. And for the rest of you who did type in my chat, your name is down on this notepad of mine. And I'm on your head. I'm on your head. And y'all should be on mine too. But I'm on your head for the rest of y'all. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus myself, plus Niquis, that's 10. There's 4 people on this call that didn't want to make the commitment, and that's okay. And so we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. I'm going to talk to y'all soon. I hope y'all enjoyed this network marketing call. Hopefully it was helpful for you all. And I appreciate every single one of y'all. It's Saturday. Let's keep the pressure going. I mean, I know we want to kind of let up the gas, but it's just 1 person per day. I mean, even if you have to, like, if you need like a little like spare day, like call moms, like call dad, like if you need, like, even if you know they ain't gonna get started, just get on the call, mom. Like, if not, Jacob on my head. And so I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all have a blessed Saturday. Let's keep the pressure going because Monday we close ranks. And so enjoy y'all weekend, family. I'll see y'all tomorrow. We got the chairman call at 1 p.m. Sunday at 1 p.m. We got our chairman mentorship, and I will see you all there. Let's get it.